Mr. Prime Minister, you say you have to make compromises. There can't be any compromise with corruption.
No.
And there cannot be a compromise even if you're running a coalition government. And sometimes when corruption happens right under your nose, Mr. Prime Minister, you spoke about the coverage in the media. There is a general view that had the Devas ISRO deal, not the scam, not been exposed by the media, it would have gone through. My specific question to you on the Devas ISRO deal is this, that there are people in your government, allegedly people in the Prime Minister's office, there are people in the closed bureaucracy who were in the know about the deal after the decision to blacklist the company was taken in July. And now we know that they were still in backroom talks with the same blacklisted company till a few weeks back. In that context, Mr. Prime Minister, there are people who are in the know about a scam of a deal. They delayed action in the deal and they continued some backroom talks, and we were told these talks are normal. Mr. Prime Minister, is it normal to continue backroom talks with a blacklisted company in a scam like this?
There have been no backroom talks. I think I have not met anybody myself, and the decision of the Space Commission to annul the deal was taken on the 10th of July. I believe that's the
2nd of July.
2nd of July, the
Yes.
Space Commission took a number of decisions, of which annulment of the contract was one of them. The Department of Space was asked to take action on all the 5 decision points that emerged from the Space Commission meeting. The issue of how to annul the contract required consideration by legal experts, and the Law Ministry was consulted. The decision had to be taken on whether to annul the contract using Article 7C or Article 11 or both read together. Eventually, it has been decided that the government should take a sovereign policy decision regarding the utilization of space segment capacity, which uses S-band spectrum having regard to the country's strategic requirement. I would like to mention that although the Space Commission took a decision to annul the contract in July 2010, the actual cabinet note was received from the Department of Space in the PMO only in November 2010, and even then there were a number of, I think, consultations to polish it up, and at the most you can say that between November and now, I think the Prime Minister's office has got this note for the cabinet. Decision has been taken now, I think, but it requires consultation.
Okay, Mr. Prime Minister, the talks were not with you, but by people, with people within your office and after November. That's just a point I want to make. Do you buy the zero loss claim in the 2G scam?
No,
and you promise.
Goswami, please don't. This is not an interrogation of the Prime Minister. Please, you don't jump from one subject to another. The Prime Minister is trying to answer your question on ISRO business. Let him finish. Show him the courtesy. Show him the courtesy.
Let me say,
I was just following up.
after the receipt of the note for the cabinet from the Department of Space, for preparing the cabinet note, a number of ministries were consulted, and the Department of Space itself took 6 revisions of the note before finally submitting it for approval. It is certainly true that a number of letters were received by members of the Space Commission, including officials in the PMO, from Devas after August 2010, including as late as a few days ago. Letters were also received in the PMO from the US Chamber of Commerce, but no action was taken on any of these letters, which were merely filed. At no stage was Department of Space asked by the PMO to comment on the points made in these letters. They had no impact whatsoever on the processing of the case. On the contrary, PMO followed up its verbal reminders to the Department of Space by sending a letter to the Department of Space in October 2010 seeking a status of follow-up of the decision taken by the Space Commission in its July 2010 meeting. The matter was never raised by the German Minister of Foreign Affairs during his meetings with me in New Delhi on 18th October. I think some people have reported that German foreign minister raised it with me. There is no, I think, such meeting. The meeting did take place, but he never mentioned anything. It is a fact that meetings did take place between Devas and officials of the Department of Space, ISRO and Antrix after July last year, since the agreement had not actually been annulled. But no further actions were taken by the Department of Space or ISRO to implement the agreement. No assurance was given in contravention of the recommendations of the Space Commission. Though there has been some delay in processing, this was only procedural. The fact is that the contract was not operational in any practical sense, and there was no question of diluting in any way the recommendations of the Space Commission. All the consultations are now almost complete. The ministries concerned have all had the opportunity to express their views as is required before any policy decision can be taken by government at the level of the cabinet. And also because this issue concerns many other ministries apart from the Department of Space. These include Department of Telecommunication, Defence, Home, Finance and Law. The matter is expected to be put before the Cabinet Committee of Security for a final decision. So that's the state of affairs. There has been no effort in the Prime Minister's office to dilute, I think, in any way the decision taken by the Space Commission in July 2010. On that, I would like to assure you, and through you, I would like to assure the country.
सर, दोपहर को अंदर शाम को बाहर, आपके तजुर्बे में आप मुझे बोलिए सर, क्या आपको लगता है कि राष्ट्रीय लीडरशिप जो है उनकी जानकारी के बिना आपको लिया गया?
Who are you?
We are just doing our job by showing what happened, isn't it?
What is job?
It's unfair to blame.
Is it job? 2009 घटना फिर से जगा कर वही दिखाते हो?
Ma'am, are you keen? Is there a resignation happening? Can you just tell us something, ma'am? Ma'am, just one statement about your resignation, possibly, or this Lalit Modi issue. Would you like to tell us?
Just having a state visit.
I know, but
This is not the occasion.
Passport found in your house, Rahul. Rahul, please tell me, don't run away, Rahul. If the passport found in your house, you knew that she was not in the US, you could have busted her right there.
Until the police investigation is complete, I can't talk to journalists.
Please tell me, don't run away, Rahul. Rahul, what is the point of running away? Rahul, why didn't you speak up, Rahul? Your girlfriend was living in 3 years, Rahul.
Just you go through the Hindu day before yesterday.
But the report has clearly found you guilty.
Then
What do you have to say regarding that?
No, I expressed everything in the affidavit. The department has filed affidavit before the Supreme Court, and my views on CAG report that has been given day before yesterday Hindu. Please go through.
बाबा आप अपने आप को गॉड कहते हैं, संत कहते हैं, आपके ऊपर इतने इल्जाम है। सर, आपके ऊपर इतने इल्जाम झूठे कैसे हैं? आपके ऊपर आपके गुंडे इतने खड़े थे वहाँ पे, हजारों आदमी हरियाणा पुलिस से। मेरे नीचे राष्ट्रीय समाज सेवा समिति नहीं, तो आपकी समिति है। अरे आपकी समिति है बाबा। आप अपने आप को संत कहते हैं, आप संत कहना लायक भी है? आप आपसे भी ये जवाब दीजिए। आपके वहाँ इतनी फोर्स, इतने गुंडे, इतने आदमी खड़ी है हरियाणा पुलिस के ऊपर, आप लोगों के ऊपर आपने इतना बंदी बनाए रखा है। जितने लोग आपके आश्रम से निकले हैं, आपके लोगों ने उनको बंदी बनाया हुआ था। Mr. Tharoor, one question on time. Mr. Tharoor, sir, do you have problem with Delhi police probing the foreign angle of your vice minister, sir? Sir, do you have a problem with Delhi police probing the foreign angle, sir? So one question on time, sir. So one question on time. Sir, so will you cooperate with Delhi police, sir? Would you not want this to be solved, sir? One answer, sir. Delhi police probing the foreign angle, sir. allegations you have heard, right?
Just one question. Don't get cheap footage signs off from people's homes. Just one question. Just give me one.